Some big story implications are happening with Liv Morgan, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Brock Lesnar, Mercedes, and more. Starting things off with a small update on the Brock Lesnar situation. Triple H recently got buzz circulating around Brock Lesnar's name, when he said it was ultimately up to Brock Lesnar to decide if he wanted to return to WWE. We previously spoke about how that may not exactly be the truth, due to the current investigation that's underway, and new reports appear to be claiming the same thing. Reports claim that Triple H's recent comments that allude to the idea of Brock Lesnar being in full control of his WWE destiny and future aren't accurate at all. Brock Lesnar's 2024 return wasn't canceled because Brock didn't feel like coming back. It was canceled because WWE's legal team felt like it would be a bad move to have him on television amidst an investigation with allegations made towards his name. So despite what Triple H repeatedly says about Brock Lesnar being the one that controls his return to WWE, it doesn't look like that's the case at all. It's in fact WWE that's in control in this situation here, and Brock Lesnar will be kept away until a decision is made and more intel comes out from the investigation. So try not to pay much attention made to the false narrative of Brock Lesnar being in control of his WWE future, because that's not true at all for the time being. New WWE mid-card titles for the women's division have been a very popular topic and rumor in recent weeks. It's no secret at all that the women's division is absolutely beyond loaded in all three WWE brands. So the idea of bringing in new titles for the women's division seems like a good move on paper, but a lot of fans have questions and concerns about if the women's mid-card titles would actually get the proper time and attention they'll require in order to mean something and be taken seriously. Well, Bayley recently appeared on the Hall of Fame podcast to discuss this growing rumor of new women's titles, and she had a very good point to make. She had this to say, quote, "Of course, yeah. They're doing that in NXT right now with the NXT Women's North American title. I would love for us to have something like that. I think that would be great. But I always say this, as proud as I am of the women's tag team titles, they also don't always get that time. They don't always get those matches. So first, I would love to see those take off. And I would love to see the women's tag team division kind of be put on the map and be on these pay-per-views with us. I just feel like they need a little more TLC, a little more love, because so many women have been able to hold them, but we haven't been able to have that match yet where it's like, okay, we've solidified the women's tag team division. Now let's bring in another one. But when that does happen, and I believe it will, I know that it's going to help a lot of other women shine." End quote. And Bayley makes an absolutely perfect point. The women's tag team titles were introduced in early 2019. They've been around for a bit of time under Vince McMahon's regime, and now they've been around under Triple H's regime as well. But under both of those regimes, the women's tag team titles have desperately struggled for proper care and attention. Tag teams feel like they're thrown together out of nowhere. The division could feel a bit depleted at times, and even the actual champions themselves could get forgotten about and go missing from television. So Bayley's mentality here is that if you're going to bring in new women's titles, let's make sure to take care of the current ones you have right now that still need to be properly established. And she's right. It does seem a bit silly to bring in even more titles when the ones that have been around since 2019 are struggling desperately for any type of relevancy right now. So that's definitely the biggest concern for the rumored new mid-card titles for the women's division. Is there really enough time and attention to properly go around for the women's world titles, the tag team titles, and now added mid-card titles? That's what everyone's thinking about. So hopefully all that gets straightened out if the new women's titles are coming to WWE after all. Mercedes Mone made headlines this week for a big reveal she made about her personal life to Us Weekly. Mercedes revealed that she quietly split from her husband, Sarat Khan, way back in December 2020. She revealed that one of the main reasons for keeping the breakup a secret, especially right around when it happened, was due to Vince McMahon. She alluded to the idea that Vince McMahon could be a bit unpredictable when it comes to these sorts of things. and said that this was also right around the build-up for WrestleMania 37. So she didn't want the news of the split to get in her way of WrestleMania's main event and storyline at the time, and just be a distraction. But she said she just signed the divorce papers and how she's thrilled to be free again. She also praised her ex-husband for being a great person, and said they still have a great relationship with each other. Liv Morgan has a lot of fans still paying close attention to her social media platforms. Over the last few weeks during the chaos with Dominik Mysterio, Liv Morgan has been very active on social media. She was posting her backstage Raw pictures. She would post pictures from Raw with Dominik. She'll post crazy captions and tons of reposts to her Instagram story and Twitter. But over the last few weeks, Liv Morgan blacked out her profile pictures and hasn't posted a single thing at all. Reason obviously being that her social media absence is a result of Dominik crushing her heart a few weeks back on Raw. So her emotions have been all over the place for the last few weeks that she has not opened social media at all. The only small glimpse we've seen of Liv Morgan since she went dark on social media was that quick backstage promo on Raw of where she warned Dominik and Rhea of what's going to happen at SummerSlam. But even after that aired, Liv continued her social media blackout, and that whole act of staying off social media for a storyline is something that's really underappreciated. It's such a nice character detail that Liv Morgan hasn't posted a single thing since the heartbreak, because it just builds up more anticipation for the story. Some superstars have been slammed by fans in the past for being involved in television storylines that feature them being taken or captured, and then they turned around a few hours later and posted an Instagram story of themselves hanging out at home or going shopping. And it's definitely not required to continue WWE storylines onto social media, but some fans do feel like it breaks some sort of immersion when something like that happens. But to Liv's credit, she's fully embracing the story and carrying it onto social media. She's not posting herself or any messages at all, because she wants to be immersed in the story and really believe that she's an emotional mess right now because of Dominik. Liv Morgan's social media blackout should come to an end following SummerSlam, especially if she's able to retain her title somehow. If Liv comes out on top and successfully defeats Rhea Ripley, that should be the deciding factor that gets Liv to return to social media. So keep an eye out for that part of the story. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.